Hey guys, it's me, Anne, and this is Beauty with Me. I'm the kind of shopper that's very dependent on ratings. If something has a poor rating, I'm probably gonna give it a pass. If something has a very high rating, like 1,000 4.5 star reviews, I'm probably gonna give it a go. So, in another edition of top rated products, I give you the top rated products from Target. I got a nice definitive list from Target themselves, and I'm gonna put them all to the test today. Before we get started though, please make sure you are subscribed down below, little red button, you know the drill. Beauty with Me comes out every Monday at 11 a.m. So this is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, the top rated primer on Target. It has a very immediately silicone-y texture, which I will say right off the bat, I'm not a huge fan of silicone heavy primers, but it still feels silicone-y, but it doesn't have that like super spackly feeling that a lot of silicone primers have. Okay, so the foundation that is top rated at Target is this one from a brand called Hailey's. This is the Hailey's Liquid Matte Foundation. I've actually never used anything from this brand before. I think it's a very, Target has been really up in the ante on getting interesting new brands. They have, apart from the usual Maybelline, Physician Formula, that sort of thing, they have a lot of interesting kind of more indie brands. I like the packaging. It's nice and fern, but it has a squeezy tube. It's not one that I think you should let sit on your skin for a bit before you blend, because I think that I kind of let it sit before I started blending, and it's a little bit hard to move around. It's not bad. I like that it's kind of seems buildable. It doesn't seem like it's giving me full coverage right off the bat, which I prefer personally. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna do eyebrows next. This is the Reina Rebel Eye Paint. It's for brows and eyes. So I have two shades, probably gonna mix the two. I like that this isn't super pigmented right off the bat. I'm gonna powder my face now. I'm going to use the top rated powder. It is by Pacifica. It's called the Mineral Neutralizing Mattifier. And when you open it, it says, "You are so pretty." What a nice sentiment. I will say, Pacifica needs to up its shade ranges. I'm gonna leave it there and move on to blush. The top rated blush at Target is the Pixi by Petra Beauty Blush Duo in Peach Honey. I feel like this could be a nice highlighter if you just use that side. And there's the peach side here, but I think you can also mix them. It's giving me a little bit of a glow, but it's not you have sparkles on your face. That's the blush. I actually really liked it. I kind of went into it being ugh, this is really sparkly. I'm not gonna like this blush. But I actually am so pleasantly surprised. I do think that it's one of those blushes that can double as your highlighter if you want to just do something really quick. But I love highlighter, and I'm gonna put on some more sparkle. The top rated highlighter at Target is this one from Makeup Geek. This is the shade Night Light. These ones are pretty intense highlighters, which, I like. All right, so moving on, I'm gonna go on to eyes, and I have another Pixi product. They're so pretty. These are the Liquid Fairy Lights. I have two shades. I think I'm gonna go with the coppery shade today. It's all over the lid in kind of a nice, soft, glittery vibe. So these actually kind of remind me of the Stila Glitter and Glow shadows. I've used them on this channel a ton of times before. They're a little bit more on the sheer side than the Stila Glitter and Glows, but they definitely have that vibe. I'm kind of getting glitter everywhere, but I'm not mad about it. I really like this eyeshadow. It's not as full pigment as I would have wanted, but you can kind of sheer it out. You can kind of go over it if you want more impact. So it's definitely something you can work with. I'm gonna follow up with the top rated eyeliner, and that's the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal, which I'm not surprised by at all because it is a very good eyeliner. I'm gonna use this shade. It is just brown. I'm just gonna do a little bit of eyeliner on the top of my lash line, kind of blend it out for a little bit more definition. I really like this eyeliner. It is super duper smooth. It doesn't tug on your eye. It lasts a long time. No complaints here. All right, so to finish off the eyes is obviously mascara, and this is the top rated mascara. It's the Revlon Super Length Mascara. It has a nice fat brush. This is a lengthening mascara, obviously, so I'm not expecting volume, but it is keeping my lashes really separate, which I like. It's really fanning them out. Definitely getting some length here. I like that mascara a lot, actually. It really gave me a lot of length, especially on my good eye. So I'm just gonna top it all off with the final step to any makeup routine, lipstick. This is the Lip Bar lipstick. This is the shade Curl Friend. Cute. It's a lipstick line that's available at Target. Again, one of those brands that is kind of harder to get a hold of, so it's cool that Target carries them. I really like this color. Like in the tube, I was like, oh man, it's like kind of pink. But on the lips, I feel like it's a really good, like kind of more pinky neutral for me. Overall, this is the look. Kind of like did a little wing it sort of situation, but I'm into it. So I will check in with you guys this evening after many hours have passed. But so far, I'm pretty impressed. The look itself is definitely one that I'd wear it again. I think the only thing that I would say is a negative is the foundation looks a little bit drier on my nose, but I think in a couple of hours that's gonna rectify itself. So I'll talk to you guys then. Bye. Hey guys, so it is almost 8:30. We're losing the last light here, so I figured I'd just call it an end on this day and just show you guys what this makeup looks like. The foundation was a little too matte when it first went on, but like because it was so just devastatingly hot today, my natural oils kind of seeped through, and now my skin, I think, looks really good. Blush stayed on, I can still see it. Highlighter is still popping, it's kind of fused with my sweat at this point. I think my skin looks really dewy. Brows, I think, look really good. I like that product is kind of sheer and buildable. The glitter shadow has held up so well. I didn't wear any primer on my eyes, and it looks great. I think it's amazing for like a party or a holiday. The eyeliner and the mascara also held up pretty well too. I'm getting a little bit of smudging here. And then last but not least, the lips. It did get a little bit crusty toward the center of my lips, but it was really nothing that a little bit of lip balm couldn't fix. I really like the shade. I did have to reapply it after I ate, but that's pretty typical. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was my little opinion on the Target top rated products. I gotta say I was pretty impressed. So I will see you guys next week. Bye! Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next on Beauty With Me in the comments down below. Click here to subscribe to Refinery29. Click here to watch another video, and add me on Instagram at mian.chan so we can hang out there too. Bye!